Good morning, everybody. This is Joel Jaimes. So, due to a couple last minute cancellations, we have to do this episode with James Adams, our great host here that's normally on, but it's going to be me today hosting this show. But you get to pick the brain of James Adams. So, James has been in real estate for 3 years now, licensed for 3 years. In the second year, he closed 92 deals already, founded the Adams Group Real Estate Experience Team, and I has Icon 2 times. So this is the man, the myth, the legend, James Adams. James, how you doing today? Welcome to your show.
Thank you. And thanks for stepping up. I mean, we had a cancellation on the show last night at 9 o'clock, and you and I are at Pool League, and like, what the hell are we going to do? And you stepped up, man. I appreciate you coming on and hosting this show, and just keeping it alive, right? We're committed. We've designated this time to come out here and do this show, so we're going to do it.
Yeah, this is our 25th episode, and one way or another, we're going to keep it going, keep giving agents out there, good information and things to take back and implement into their business.
Heck
so,
yeah.
James, let's start with tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got to this point.
Heck yeah. So, like so many people inside of this, I like the way Eric says it, man. Like in real estate, we're the misfits. Like we got here, like 9 out of 10 people that come into real estate. that come into real estate, we default in from one way or another. So my real estate agent, back when we were looking at houses, it's I'm going to try to like button down the story. We had some family things that came up, and we actually had to stop all of our businesses to go down and take care of my father-in-law. And in the midst of all this, we were looking for a house, but we had gone 6 months with making no income with our businesses because we had stopped everything and gone to Fort Myers. And we come back up, we're looking for houses because we still want to combine our two families. And we go to Chick-fil-A, and my agent at the time, was talking about this and that. And I just look at everybody. I'm like, this is stupid. Like, why are we even looking at houses? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, we ain't made money in 6 months. Like, why? I don't understand why I'm even out here looking at houses right now. And he's like, you can come work for me. Oh, how does that work? What happens there? And it was appealing to me. So I got my license, got started. Quickly realized that my passion for people really made a difference in real estate. When you love people and you're willing to put your customer first, that love will trigger the questions that are needed, right? Like if you can come from a place where you're not afraid to say, I don't know, and you'll look it up, all of a sudden you're asking yourself the right questions to discover the answers that you need to further your knowledge, which gets you very quickly through this. So I did that, and it took me about a little shy of a year, and I was scaling up my production, and the team leader there who it was great to have him. Like it was great that I could always pick his brain. And, my prior team leader was Josh Anud, and he definitely helped me to learn the bones of what I have were built by him, right? Like that was a foundation I got from that team and that team leader. But after 12 months, he actually asked me to go ahead and implement what I was doing into his team and help his other agents grow. So I did. And that involved building out systems and processes and like we're doing now, right? And for everybody that doesn't know on the show, like Joel Jaimes is the sales manager here at the Adams Group Experience. He's one of the ones who's helping to build out these processes and systems so that we can help train agents faster. So I was doing that, and then it came to me that maybe our visions don't quite align, and it was time to leave, is really what it comes up to. So I discovered this company of EXP, some really great brokerage or mentors that are going to help me grow mine. I believe in it. I dive in. So I come over here, and now we're about 18 months in, and we've built a team of 8, and we're going to build that up to 20 by the end of the year. Last year we did 92 transactions. This year we're tracking somewhere around 150. And yeah, man, like that's what's brought me here today. And I'm furthering my vision, my process. I want to pass this passion along to other people and help them realize that it's if you're clear on what it is that you need to do, you just have to do it, and then you'll succeed, right? Like you just have to take the actions and you'll get there. So I'm hoping that, well, I'm not hoping, over the course of my life, I plan to impact a lot of people and help them with that.
Absolutely, and that shows through every day. We work close with each other, and I see it every day, hand in hand. The love for people, for other people that you have, and just helping people grow, pass on all your knowledge and stuff like that. I love that. So, anyways, let's get into what we're really here about. If you had to start all over again and start as a brand new agent, how do you get from 0 to 100?
Perfect. And the cool thing is I've gotten to witness this question, right? Like 24 times. Yep. So I'm going to start this with, there is nothing that I know that I've truly like just woke up from a dream and created, right? Like I am built by incredible people that have poured into me, right? So when I use these strategies, I just want to throw it out there. Like I've got incredible people that have showed me things over time, and I'm going to dive into those. It's going to be a few different things, right? So the first thing I want to dive into is, how do we get to 100,000? Right? Like let's get clear on what we're trying to accomplish here to get to that market. So, or to that mark. And let's just use just some generic things. What's your average price point, right? Inside of your market. Here it's somewhere around 315. So let's walk the dog here, right? So we've got 315,000. For anybody who doesn't know, the average commission, and we focus this average commission on the buy side, is really how you find this, is 2.3%. So we take 300,000 and we multiply that times 2.3%. So that number equals 6,900. So we take 100,000 and we divide it by 6,900. 100 divided by 6,900 is 14 and a half deals, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to break this down to, how do we get to 15 deals, which is 1.25 a month is what we've got to do. You need to know that because you need to track how many dials do I have to make to get to a conversation? How many conversations do I have to make to get to an appointment? How many appointments to get to a closing? And when you track these things, you can figure it out. But I'm going to show you through my first instance why knowing the goal is so important, right? So this is super tactical. As Joel knows, we spend a tremendous amount on leads every month, and we're trying to provide value and opportunities for our agents. Me personally, I'm going back to for sale by owners. Morning, Melissa. I'm going back over to for sale by owners right now because I feel like they're the ones that are going to need my help the most. I feel like you're seeing it if you're watching this show. Properties are sitting on the market a little longer than they used to. It appears that prices are reducing, but they're really not. It's a lot of what we're seeing in the price reductions are people who are overpricing their house, that there's no longer enough demand to actually get that. So if you look across the board, just research any of them. All the big dogs, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, like NAR, like everybody is still expecting an appreciation over the next 12 months. Just look at that. What we're seeing right now is a little bit of the catch up and getting with the times. But I feel like for sale by owners need my help. So here's the theory that we were just talking about for sale by owners. If you have a good game plan and a good script, you're going to be able to get to an appointment, right? And if you want my exact script, Joel's going to love this. I actually wrote it down. And I actually have it on paper now. So if anybody watching this wants that script, just send me a private message or whatever, and I'll send you the exact thing that I say. But with that script, let's just play with this, right? So if you call 10, you get 10 that answer. I think with that script, like if we're going to go as conservative as I want to make these numbers like super conservative, you're going to get to go out and shoot a video at 2 of those houses, right? So we've got 10 conversations, which led to 2 appointments. Now, let's be super conservative on what it takes in order to get a listing from one of those appointments. Let's say that you're 1 out of 10, right? So you had to do 10 to get to 2, which means you got to do 5 sets. You got to get 50 conversations to get to where you have a listing. And let's say that, I mean, it's a for sale by owner. They're going to call you back or answer, right? Like, let's say that half of them. So let's say you had to make 100 dials to have 50 conversations to get to 10 appointments to get to a listing. What's the math on that, right? Like, how much time did it really take to get to that point? Like, an appointment's going to be an hour, right? Like, you're going to go there, you're going to shoot the house, you're going to conversate, you're going to have these steps that come. So, you know, there's 10 hours, right? Just keeping that part real. The calling part of it, maybe 4 hours. So you're 14 hours in, you just got a listing that, let's say, is 300,000, and you're able to charge 3% because you're presenting your value to them. And now 3% is $9,000. We just got 10% of the way there with 14 hours of work. Right?
Absolutely. I like how you break that down, getting granular, working backwards and, figuring out, start out at the top, how much you want to make, 100,000, and then
Yep.
working backwards and figuring out that math. And it's not just about figuring it out. Now, once you figure it out, you have to do it. You have to take the actions to do it.
That's
So,
key. That's key. And tracking it, right? So the way that you get better is you need to diagnose your weakness. Right? So if you track that math over time and you realize like your dial to conversation should be okay, right? Like as long as you're following the script and you've got a good way of opening the phone call, but where it really starts to get interesting is conversation to appointment. Because now just play with this, like if I call 10 for sale by owners, I know for sure I'm going to set 4 appointments, right? So I'm going to double this math, which if you double the math, you're going to double the revenue or cut your time in half. You're going to do one or the other. So you have to track it to know how to improve. But I've been inside of this show each time. So do you have any question about that? Or do you think anybody, like, what would somebody else want to know about that? Because I want to make sure I'm using everybody's time well, and I shift to a couple more of these strategies.
So what do you use to track all these numbers?
Spreadsheet. Yeah. Break out a spreadsheet. You can keep a date column, right? This is the date that I'm calling. Here's how many dials I made. Here's how many conversations that I had. Here's how many appointments that I set. And then you can leave a check mark there for listing, right? Like I picked up a listing. This is kind of cool. Oh man, I was going to answer Jason Catalanato's phone call right there on this show. But yeah, keep it on a spreadsheet. Keep it simple.
Absolutely. So a lot of new agents struggle with, when they first start out, how to stay accountable. You have a little bit of free time. It's really up to you. And what would you suggest to continue to grow your business? How do you stay accountable? And, is there a mentor that you have, or how do you continue to grow your business?
I've always had a mentor, and I believe in my soul that everybody needs a coach. Everybody, right? Everybody needs a mentor or coach, somebody that they can rely on and grow from. So accountability doesn't happen alone, right? Like Joel is somebody who literally knows this struggle, right? Like, dude, I like to eat food. I don't like to work out. Well, guess what? When you like to eat food and you don't like to work out, that's how you get a dad bod. So
what's wrong with that?
right? Like I commit to Joel that I want to get in the gym, and it's not like that. That's my biggest weakness is getting in the gym. But Joel is somebody that I trust to hold me accountable, to throw the right jabs, to ask the right questions that end up getting me in the gym. You have to find those people that can hold you accountable. There's really 2 questions there. You have to find a coach to help you know what you should be accountable to. And then you need to find anybody that is a committed, ruthless, relentless MFer. And that person is the one that you want to hold you accountable. And you need to welcome accountability. Like, welcome it with open arms. It hurts. It sucks. Like, I don't care. I welcome it. And it's still like, at first, I'm like, what'd you say? Right? Like, like, did you say that? Or did I? But then I'm like, wait, they are holding me accountable to the things I want to accomplish in order to get to where I want to go. You need to turn down the defensiveness meter and open up to that. So
we do this with Mary a lot, our personal trainer. She makes these little comments that, at first it's kind of like a punch in the gut. And then you're like, well, she's just challenging us. But it pisses you off and you try even harder.
Yeah, the right coach, man. Like you'll remember we were planking, right? And everyone will love this. We're planking. And we're doing 45 seconds, I think, in plank. And we don't have a clock in front of us, but maybe we get to somewhere around like 25, 30 seconds. She drops, hey, if you need to, just keep your back straight and drop your knees. I ain't dropping my knees. I'm going to die before I drop my knees. Like, but that's the right coach, right? Like that wasn't an accidental statement. Like that's her saying what was needed to be said when it needed to be said. So I hope that answered the question though, right? Like it comes to who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they accountable? Are they people that do what they say they're going to do? And if they're not, and your vision is big enough, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your circle of friends is going to need to change in order to get to where you want to go.
Yeah. So it's an unfortunate, part of it. When you're starting to grow, you see that, the people that may be weighing you down, and you have to, move on from that and, work on yourself. So starting out in real estate all over again, would you have done things the way that you went joining a team, or would you have somebody do it over individually? What is James's best suggestion for new agents starting out?
Yeah, so I think that's a really valid question, a great question. The value of a team, and I'm not going to say just a team, the value of a team that has a proven and repeatable system to get an agent to sell 20 or more homes a year. That like this is the team that we're talking about. Like we're talking, like you can look at this in any area. You can ask these questions. You can ask for agent testimonials. Like you can get to that point. But the value of that team is, one, you have the opportunities given to you, right? Like you have opportunities that require massive action. This isn't like just on a silver platter, right? Like this isn't like you join a team and you just make 100K. Like
Yep.
you have to do the actions, but the opportunities are there. The systems are there. The training is there, but the support level of a team, because there's more revenue being passed over with the team, you have the ability of picking up the phone and getting an answer from an expert instantaneously every single time, right? That allows you to grow much faster. So for me, if I had to start over again, I feel as though my foundation was built having that level of support, having that level of infrastructure to grow. It was built through that. So I would, if I started over again and I didn't have the knowledge that I have now, 100%. Yeah. My foundation was built through a team. It would have taken me, what a team does is it collapses time. I was able to learn and have the opportunities of an agent that is years into this business, right? Years that it takes to gather that information, because you have to diagnose and find the right things to watch. Whereas if you're with the right team, hey, look, me personally, I've been in this for 3 years. I don't know how many hours of training, but every week I'm in at least 10 hours of training, right? So like you could do the math on that, whatever it is. I guarantee you I've done at least 3,000 hours of training. And if you spent 3,000 hours and you weren't doing the right training, have you really accomplished anything? Have you moved the needle forward? Like knowing what training to do is really big. So yes, I would definitely go that route to get my foundation in place. But at the bare minimum, find a brokerage where I felt as though I belonged. I felt as though there was tremendous value. I felt as though they had training, that I had community, that I had people inside of that brokerage that I could reach out to, that I could call friends, mentors, and coaches. And those people come to you because they believe in you and they want to see you grow. If you don't feel that when you walk in a brokerage, dude, you are not tied to anybody. I can leave EXP today. I can literally pack my stuff up and go to another brokerage today if I want to, right? That is the truth for everybody. You have to find the group of people in the environment that are going to facilitate your growth. And when you find them, this is not to brag. Like I hope nobody sees it that way. But when you find them, you're just like me. You're a buyer's agent on a team who does 26 deals in 2020. All of a sudden, you go run off on your own. And the very following year, you build a small team and we go to 92 transactions. That happens instantaneously. Like that didn't happen 12 months later. That happened instantaneously when I came to give the momentum in order to get there. When you find the people that you believe are going to bring you there, I literally said, you guys tell me what to do and I'm going to follow the process. That's what I did.
Absolutely.
And I did it, right? Like then I followed the process. But if you find the person that's willing to give you the process that has led them to success, I mean, what can you ask for anything more than that?
Yeah, and it's super important to make sure that you find a team that aligns with what you're trying to do. If your goal is to just, sell a few houses per year, fine. You can pretty much join any team. But if you are really in a growth mindset, you want to grow your business exponentially, finding that right team is really key. So with me, I kind of joined a team over at Keller Williams, but they weren't in that growth mode. I got a lot of training, a lot of support, some support, not a lot, not as much as I would have liked to. And, I kind of struggled a little bit. But once I found a team that, was in line with what I was looking for, was aggressive and wanted to grow like I did, my business grew exponentially. So finding the right team that aligns with you and what your vision is super key. So make sure you do interview everybody and you find the right fit for you.
Joel, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I mean, how many transactions have you done in the last 12 months?
In the last 12 months, I know it's north of 20, but I think it's shy of 30. I don't remember exactly yet.
Yeah, I think it's real close to 30 in the last 12 months. And that's like your first 12 months of full time, like you had a full time job and you came in like.
Yeah, my last day at my previous employer was right before Memorial Day of last year. So May, last week of May, something like that is when I dove in full time. And, I believed in the vision and, I jumped off that ledge and so far I'm flying. So I love it.
I want to shift from there. So like, just because I want to leave a couple of really tactical things that are going to come out of this. So the for sale by owners, guys, is a great opportunity right now. If you want that script, reach out to me. The first thing of all this is get clear, right? How many transactions is it going to take to get there? And then what are the metrics I need to track in order to make sure I'm getting there the best way possible? But like, here's just another, like, I want to drop some tactical nuggets. Like, there is no reason to me that you cannot go out and call a for sale by owner today. They're in Zillow. Their phone number's in there. Like, there's no reason in the world that you can't do that. Here's another one. It's 1022. There's no reason in the world that you can't go over to a model. Doesn't matter which model it is. I don't care. I don't care which builder it is. You can go over to that model today. There's going to be a rep there. They're going to love to see you, right? They're going to appreciate it. You're going to say, hey, look, I want to shoot a quick video, see if I can't drum up some business. Sure. They'll get out of your way. They'll go over somewhere else and make sure they're not in your way. Here's the key. You don't have to know a whole lot. You got to know what the square footage of the house is, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, a little bit about the finishes. If they offer any closing cost incentive, I would definitely know that. And here's the only things is you start out that video with some sort of tagline. Check out this brand new home. There are 3 available right now. Hey guys, this is James over at the Adams Group Experience. And I'm over here at this model today. I want to walk you guys through it. Please let me know if you have any questions there in the chat. We'll get them answered, right? Walk in the house. Man, just check out this 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet. As you see here, you've got a hard surface in all the living areas. You've got carpet in the bedrooms. This home comes with all stainless steel appliances. Like the things you already know how to do, right? Like I don't even want to elaborate on that, but like go in there. Here's the rules. We're not going to say the name of the model.
Right.
We're not going to say the name of the subdivision. We're not going to say the name of the builder. The builder don't want you to name it. You're not a brand ambassador to them, right? Here's the other problem is you name the builder and maybe somebody sees it and they're like, well, crap, I'll run over to the model. That agent don't know you. That agent don't know that's possibly was drummed up from your video. Like, third reason, when you get done with the video, people are going to ask you a question in the comments, wherever. Where's this at? Who's the builder? Now, all of a sudden, you have an opportunity to start a conversation with somebody who's right there. When this is free, we haven't paid. This is the people that you know on your Facebook. They're going to ask you questions. You can start a conversation. Now, what has happened is in Joel's brain, when he reached out to me about the builder and I started a conversation with him, he may have known I was a realtor. Like we may, maybe we cross paths in the pool room or wherever it is. But now we've had an engaging conversation about this particular home. I was able to ask them if this is something that they're looking to do right now. And when it comes to their mental encyclopedia, and we've got realtor, right next to it, we've got a picture of James Adams' face. So the next time that there's a trigger for a real estate agent, James Adams' face comes up in the mind. I'm more likely to be referred. I'm more likely to be called for their business, any of it. And that same mindset works for everything, right? Reach out to your people on your phone. Hey, I know that you've seen it, and I'm in, like you saw this. We got a sale and a listing out of this exact strategy with minimal effort. And this is Sekou all the way, right? Like I love Sekou. He's got the best energy ever. I love that guy. But just reach out to him, and there's variations of this, and you can say whatever you want, but pick up your phone just like this. You put it up in front of your face. Hey, Joel, I hope everything's good. I know it's been a little while since we last spoke, and I'd love to connect, grab a coffee sometime soon. But I just wanted to reach out to you. We've got a lot going on here in the real estate. And if you know of anybody, or maybe it's you, that's looking to buy, sell, or invest, I would love to earn your referral. And in the meantime, it's great to see you. I'd love to meet up sometime soon.
Boom, natural. It just comes out.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I like you just make up what I don't think I think very much about it. Like, and if I stumble, I stumble. But here's the thing: is that how many people are on your phone that you need to reach out to that you maybe haven't called in too long?
Yeah.
Don't matter that you're reaching out asking them for business. You still connected with them, and on top of that, you sent a video message. Like, how many video messages do you get? I mean, has anybody in this chat, like here, right? We got 6 people on here. Has anybody gotten a video message with a play button on it in the last week? Ain't no way. Ain't like like if there's one, I'm gonna be like, yo, who is that? Because I want to meet the marketer that had the braveness to send a video message, because everyone's scared of video. Yeah, I mean, you stand out a million times, but like here's Chris right here, right? Let's compound that. You just leave you showed 3 houses to some clients. They're like, and it was your first group of showing. Get in my car. Hey, Chris, I just want to say, man, it was a blessing to get to meet you and get to know your family a little bit more. I could kind of tell that these weren't quite the right fit with you. So whenever you guys get back, like if there is one that you like, then great. But I'd like to reconvene and see what we can do to better your search. Hey, guys, drive safe. I'll talk to you soon.
Easy.
What? Right? Like, and on top of that, it's pretty efficient, right? Like I don't like to type all them words. I'd rather talk them. I feel like it's easier. But yeah, I think that there's 3 strategies for you right now, right? Call for sale by owners, go to a model today. Don't name the builder, neighborhood, or the model, and reach out to the people on your phone. I don't care what you say. Just reach out to them. I don't care if you do it via text. I don't care if you do it via call. I don't care if you do it via FaceTime, video message. You can sell them a midget telegram for all I care. But I was wondering if I can get you to laugh on that one. But it's the truth, man. Just reach out to people and build relationships. Like this isn't about a sale. Like I say this to you. You hear me say this on the phone all the time. Somebody's real grumpy. They don't want to talk to me. There's somebody who doesn't know me. Hey, listen, I don't care if you buy a house today or 10 years down the road. I just want to build a relationship with you. So when the time comes, you know who the expert is in this neighborhood. You mind just taking a couple of minutes to let me know what you'd like to do in the future, what you're trying to do?
Yeah, that's how you stay connected.
That's it, man. Just be you. Like, be you. And if you're in this business and you don't really love people,
in the wrong business.
Yeah.
Pure and long-lasting relationships. Awesome. So I always say that secret agent's a broke agent. You know, it's true. You know, you got to be loud and proud, and let everybody know, because they will forget. If you don't put that out there.
The cool thing too is that, like, when you're talking about video, right? Like, and some people know TikTok, and I know people that are getting crushing on. Anybody watching this that crushing on TikTok? Because I don't know anything about TikTok. But I'm gonna just bring up some reels real quick and just some numbers here. So let's go over to this one. I'll tell you this: when I put my son in a reel, it explodes. But like, here's just a couple of goofy reels that I've done: 2,000 views, 9,500 views, 3,000 views, 7,000 views, 1,000 views, and like just like goofy videos. Like, I can't quite get it to focus, but guys, drop a reel. Chris, you want to hear a sad story? I loved playing catcher when I was in high school, and Chris is sitting there laughing right now. And I think Chris was playing second base, and so all of a sudden, I don't know, remember if Chris's idea or coach put him over there because he had a strong arm, but they start teaching him how to catch, and he beat me by 0.3 seconds throwing down to second base. So a junior in high school, I lose my spot, and I don't lose my spot on the team. I slide over to first base. Yeah. Damn, Chris. Anyways, I miss you, brother. Let me know next time you're in town. So, yeah, man. I mean, that's it. Go out there, do the action. You got 3 great strategies right there. Surround yourself with the people that you believe in to help you get there. And that's how you succeed, man. Like, it's about environment. And then, I mean, you can go into the specifics of like what value does your brokerage provide. You can override that. I think as a new agent, it's much easier to find the highest level of support, which usually comes with the highest level of commission split. But guess what? 50% of 25 or 30 deals a year is a whole lot more than 100% of 3. Whole lot more. And here's the part where you don't really know about it from a team and until you actually leave and you see it. Your average real estate client's going to buy 4 to 7 houses in a year or in their lifetime, 4 to 7. And on average, they're going to refer you to 5 or 6 people. Y'all can sit down with a calculator. I'm not doing that right here live on the show, but one client that you build a relationship with is going to help your business. You constantly focus on being the most customer-centric real estate agent on earth. And your business will continue to grow and flourish and grow and flourish and grow and flourish. These strategies all of a sudden like are just amplifiers, and you're just exploding. Like, you're just exploding when you come into people with value and you're trying to help them. But that starts with becoming an expert and choosing to go pro. Wake up today. What is it that I can do to become better and better able to serve my clients today? Right? I mean, yesterday we're on with Coach Burt, right? Fire, right? We're on with Homeward, and we're learning about this program that allows people to be able to buy before they sell, even though their loan is required of it, right? Like they wouldn't be able to do this without this program. We're learning about this to give solutions. We are constantly evolving. That has to be you. That has to be you in order to flourish in this business. You have to find what Coach Burt said yesterday. Money only changes hands when problems are solved.
Yep.
Think about that. You're walking in. Your problem is you really want to see the new Spider-Man movie. Well, it's in the theater, Bubba. You're going to the theater to solve your problem, and you're going to give money to solve your problem. Man, my light went out in the kitchen. Well, you're either going to call somebody to bring you a light, or you're going to go to Lowe's, you're going to go get a new light, and guess what? Money's going to change hands. Oh, man, I'd like to sell my house. Oh, well, you're going to call a real estate agent, and if that person has the best solution to solve your problem, money's going to change hands. Guys, this is just a universal law. I love that Coach Burt, man. He just narrows it in, don't he? Like,
Yes,
he brings it right here to where it's real clear.
It makes it so simple. It's like anybody can do it. You just have to take the action to do it. And that's really the big thing for me.
I'd love to see. We got 5 on right now. Is anybody I'd love to see if we have any questions. This is my favorite part. Like when it gets interactive here. Like I see that we had Melissa, Chris. But anybody got any questions about like something I can help you with right now, right here? And if I'm going to leave you with something, you need to get you one of these. You're having a bad day, and you need a little inspiration, right? You just come over here, and Yoda's going to tell you exactly what to do.
Complete your training.
Tell me that wasn't the right thing to say in that moment. We just finished with this. You got to do it. Chris, great question. Red X for, are we talking about for sale by owners or expired? Because that's a big, I'm actually thinking about switching. For sale by owner data, I mean, you can get a Red X for that, or you can just do it in Zillow. But when you go outside of just for sale by owners, I'm going to drop one here.
You could probably use it for with circle prospecting, neighborhood finding, but there's other programs out there also. Yeah,
we're looking, and I haven't told Joel this yet, so it's a bit news to him. But okay, so for FSBOs, if you're looking for this nice consolidated way to get that in there, I would say Red X. I mean, it's so. When I think about just for sale by owners, we're talking about a hyper local area like our area, Chris. I'm kind of like leaning towards like just use Zillow. It's not you're gonna pay like $40 a month, and we're not talking about a tremendous amount, right? And once you're caught up, then you're just going on there every day. It takes you 1 second, you go look up the phone number. Like there's no the convenience I don't think matches the dollar that it costs. But if you go outside of for sale by owners and expired geolocation stuff like that, we're actually looking at a company called Vulcan 7 right now. That has the best data on earth. They're a lot more expensive, but they have the best data on earth, which for sale by owners, data doesn't matter. They put their phone number up there because their house is for sale, right? Like we don't have to worry about data. But if you're looking at an expired, yeah, like you need data because that data wasn't on the listing, right? Like they've got to skip trace, find this information, whatever it is they do. But yeah, man, I think for ease of use and also just tying into this right here, like you want to take action today. And sorry, I cursed on here, but go to Zillow, go to Realtor, and just type the number in your phone and call.
Yeah, if you go on Zillow and you can do like a zip code or specific neighborhood, and there's a section for sale by owner that you click on, and it brings up the for sale by owners only.
Well, and take that a step, like this is something that you wouldn't know unless you're in RedX. Like, so you're in RedX and you pull up the profile, and it's got the phone number, and then it's got a link to Zillow. So like before you're just going to call this person, you're actually going to look at it. Like you're going to click over to Zillow so you can see this property and you can look through it. So like really it actually adds a step. Like it doesn't solve, like to me, it doesn't really solve a problem for the for sale by owners. Like it solves a problem for other things like expireds and geodata and stuff like that. And it's cheaper than Vulcan. I'll say that, but the data reliability seems to be better with Vulcan. So I'm considering that. But I love that, man. Take action. Anybody else got any questions before we wrap this up? I'm gonna head to the other side of the state and see if we can have some fun over there playing some pool today.
So this is the One Pocket tournament coming up, right?
Yeah. It worked. It was good, man. Ryan kind of reached out. He's like, man, like this looks like a good little tournament for you. And I love One Pocket. I don't get to play it very often, so we're gonna shoot over there to see what's going on over there. Have a good relaxing weekend. I mean, relax. I'm playing pool. It ain't gonna be relaxed.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna be relaxed. I've seen when the few times you do lose, it's not pretty.
No, it's yeah, like you're in the grease, man. Like your heart's pumping. That was funny yesterday. Bubba wanted to see my watch. My highest beats per minute yesterday were 125. I worked out for 30 minutes and like it was intense. Like I took my breaks same way as we do with Mary. And my highest beats per minute came in my pool match.
Yeah.
It didn't come in my workout.
Yeah. So that's just intensity and focus that kind of gets you going there. A little adrenaline rush.
Heck yeah. Well, I don't see any more questions jumping there. And I just want to leave that, like, if anybody wants clarity, if they're trying to learn how to do this, right? Like you're already doing it and you want to make it better, still call me. I love those conversations. They're fun. But if you're struggling or you're having those issues, like reach out to me, reach out to Joel. Like we can give you a couple of strategies that will at least ignite your fire. It won't solve your problem ultimately, but it'll get you going in the right direction. And that for me personally, that's what I'm most passionate about in life is what can I do to help you today? Like what can I do to help give you the direction, the energy, the inspiration that you need? That's what I would get up. Like that's my motivational factor when I wake up, when I go to the gym. Like I just want to become the best human being I can so that I'm becoming a better example for my son through leading other people and helping them get to where they want to go.
That's huge. Well, James, thank you for coming on your own show and thank you for allowing me to host.
You're a great host, by the way. I want to throw this out there. Like I think you're a better host than I am. Like,
I don't know about that, but
no, dude, like you ask great questions. They're granular. Like I loved it, man.
Being super nervous, but you have to do it. You have to take that leap. So that's what I'm 100%. Doing. But thank you for allowing me to be on here. And we will see you guys next week. James will be back in his host position, hopefully. Nobody else will have any last minute cancellations again.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on, James.
Hey, thank you, Joel.